In today's lecture, we are going to see how parallelogram law of vector addition can be applied in numerical problems. Let's see some problems. Suppose two forces of magnitude 4 Newton and 4 Newton are acting on a body at 90 degree to each other. Then what will be the resultant? The resultant force of 4 Newton and 4 Newton acting at an angle 90 degree will be given by 4 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 4 into 4 into cos 90. This will give us under root 16 plus 16 plus 0. This is equal to root 32. That is equal to 4 root 2 Newton. And if we want to calculate the direction of this resultant force, this will be at an angle 45 degree with force of 4 Newton. See another example. Suppose two forces of magnitude 6 Newton and 6 Newton are acting on a body at an angle 120 degree with each other. What will be the resultant? The resultant force you can find by two methods, either by making component of two forces or by applying parallelogram law of vector addition. Let's see the solution of this problem by parallelogram law. According to parallelogram law of vector addition, the resultant of 6 Newton and 6 Newton will be 6 square plus 6 square plus 2 into 6 into 6 into cos 120 degree. Since cos 120 degree equal to minus half, this will give you 36 plus 36 plus 72 into minus half, that is equal to 36, that is equal to 6 Newton. And this resultant will act at an angle 60 degree, that is an angular bisector of these two forces. That is at an angle 60 degree with this force or with this force. Now let us see one more example. You already know that when two forces or when two vectors are added, then maximum and minimum value of two vectors is equal to p plus q and p minus 2. So, in a very similar way, suppose two forces of magnitude 4 Newton and 6 Newton are acting on a body, then find the maximum and minimum value of the force. The maximum value of the force will be equal to 10 Newton when these two forces will act on a body at an angle 0 degree. Okay? And minimum value of the force is equal to 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2 Newton when these two forces will act at an angle 180 degree with each other. If we have to calculate resultant of two forces 4 Newton and 6 Newton, and we have to find maximum and minimum values of the force obtained, the maximum value of the force obtained will be equal to 10 Newton when these two forces will be acting at an angle 0 degree, and the minimum value of the force will be equal to 2 Newton when these two forces will act at an angle 180 degree to each other. So we can generalize the resultant value will lie between 2 Newton and 10 Newton. Let's see one more example. Suppose this is the diagram in which some forces are being shown. Suppose these are the forces acting on a body like this. This is 4 Newton, this is 4 Newton, and this is 4 Newton. And this is 60 degree, and this is also 60 degree. From parallelogram law of vector addition, we can see the resultant of 4 Newton and 4 Newton and angle between them is 120 degree, then resultant of 4 Newton and 4 Newton will give you 4 Newton force acting at the angular bisector of 4 Newton and 4 Newton. So, resultant of 4 Newton and 4 Newton will give you 4 Newton. And resultant of this and this we have calculated, that is equal to 4 Newton. Now we have to find resultant of this 4 Newton and 4 Newton. Since this 4 Newton and 4 Newton is acting at an angle 90 degree, so resultant of 4 Newton and 4 Newton from parallelogram law will give you 4 square plus 4 square under root, that is 4 root 2. That will act at an angle 45 degree with 4 Newton. So this is the resultant force, that is equal to 4 root 2 Newton. That will act at an angle 45 degree with this force. So this is the resultant force. Suppose we have to solve this problem by component method.